Hey guys, welcome to Oracle Jane Tarot. This is going to be your daily reading. I pray that my spirit guides, angels, ancestors, universe come into this reading so that the best message can come through for the viewers of Oracle Jane. Hey guys! So as you can see, I'm trying to do like a different format because I want to transition to YouTube because I'm noticing that I have to rush my videos in order to fit it on Instagram. So let's see how it works out, guys. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for the viewers of Oracle Jane? What's up, guys? How you doing? Spirit, what messages do you have for the viewers of Oracle Jane? Let's just get into it. See what's up. What messages do you have for the viewers of Oracle Jane? All right. So here in New York, we're transitioning into fall, supposedly. It's been freezing, which is why I'm wearing long sleeves right now. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for the viewers of Oracle Jane? Let the messages be clear and true. Spirit, what messages do you have for the viewers of Oracle Jane? Spirit, what messages do you have for the viewers of Oracle Jane? Hey guys, what's up? Spirit, what messages do you have for the viewers of Oracle Jane? Okay. It was taking a while, but when Spirit has something to say, they say it. When they're ready, let me get the cards on the floor. Okay, so we have a lot of cards here. Woo! Alright, so we have the Queen of Swords reversed, the Eight of Cups reversed, the Hermit reversed, Four of Swords, the Hierophant reversed, Ten of Pentacles, we have the Two of Wands reversed, and we have the Three of Wands reversed. Okay, so I'm going to start at the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles focuses on dynamics of family. As you can see, there's a husband, there's a wife, there's dogs. Some people say this is an old man. Some people say this is a spirit here watching what's going on. The Ten of Pentacles, it symbolizes wealth, family wealth. It symbolizes sometimes things that we may take for granted in family dynamics, because as you can look here, the woman, it's kind of like she's looking away from the man, which may be her husband. There's a young child here. He's looking away. It's like no one's focusing on each other. The only one that's doing the focusing is the elder or spirit here who's watching what's going on. So there is love here. There is wealth here. There's happiness here. You just have to focus on what you have. But this does symbolize wealth and happiness and family dynamics. Okay? And you know, I did say sometimes when this card comes up, we don't realize what we have. So the Hierophant reverse also speaks to me as far as this dynamic goes. The Hierophant, when it's upright, it symbolizes coming together. It symbolizes unions. It symbolizes doctrines and things that are supposed to come together as far as a higher authority says, you know, as far as things that are written. When I think of the Hierophant, I think of unions that are destined and fated, because a higher power is decreeing that this union is divine. It's written, okay? But it's reversed. And usually when the Hierophant is reversed, sometimes people are not coming into union because the dynamics between them are not the same. When we think of the Hierophant, we think of also religion. So somewhere in, this family dynamic, there are disagreements going on because, we might not have the same ideals, you and your partner, or whoever this reading is about. Your ideals are not the same. Maybe you're not agreeing on, religious ideas. You're not agreeing on things that you want to do as far as rules and standards within your home. So I think that Spirit is trying to say, don't focus on differences. Focus on what you have, which you may or may not be taking for granted, okay? Here with the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so I'm going to put these together. Now, the Queen of Swords, we're going to turn it upright. She's very diplomatic, She can be emotional, but she's learned that, sometimes you have to sever the ties between your emotion, which is why we see this rope here. It's severed, and she has her sword up. Swords, the suit of swords, and when you see swords in the tarot, they're all about logic. They're all about your thoughts. It's about things that you say and things that you want to act on based on your thoughts and your beliefs. So she has her sword up, and she's she's the queen in the deck she's no bullshit, okay? She closes her eyes, she puts her sword up, and she makes her decision, okay? But she came out reversed. And when the Queen of Swords is reversed, she can come off as a bitch sometimes. She can be cold and ruthless. And I think here, this plays into the Hierophant reverse. You may not be getting along with your husband, with your boyfriend, whoever you're living with, maybe a family member. You're not getting along with them because your ideals are not matching up. And you're not being sympathetic to whatever's going on. Or this could be someone in your life who's not being sympathetic towards you. They're being a bitch, okay? So we also have the Eight of Cups reversed. When the Eight of Cups is upright, it's all about walking away from things that you care about. The moon is here, so it may be something that's hard for you, that brings sorrow to you, that you have to walk away from. But this card came up reversed, okay? And I believe that Spirit is trying to say, don't walk away from the things that you care about. You may be having disagreements. You may be having ideas that are not lining up, with someone that you care about. And you may want to walk away. You're being very cold about the situation, or someone's being very cold about you as far as, the situation. But Spirit is saying, don't walk away. Don't take for granted the happiness that you may have or may have forgotten that you have in this family dynamic. Don't walk away. Maybe you need to work things out, okay? So we have the Hermit reversed, but we also have the Four of Swords. And for me, this is kind of like an oxymoron. Because the Hermit, he's all about going away from the world and seeking higher knowledge, okay? Meditating, thinking about what's important to you, straying away from the distraction of work, friends, family, whatever's going on. But it came out reverse. So when it comes up reverse, Spirit usually is trying to say, come out of isolation and seek answers within yourself, but come out of isolation. You don't have to shut yourself away to do it. But we have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords. Oh, I was right, the Four of Swords. We also have the Four of Swords here, which usually indicates that it is a time for rest and relaxation. It's a time for rest and contemplation. It's really time, it's me time. It's time for you to draw back from all of the action. There may be confusion going on. and it's time for you to rest and step back a little. So I think here, I feel that Spirit is trying to say you may need to relax and take a step back from the situation, but don't step so far back that you have completely isolated yourself from people that you may be needing to work things out with, okay? So we have the Two of Wands reversed. Two of Wands upright is about making decisions. Whenever we have twos, it's about decisions. So I think that Spirit is trying to say, make a decision, okay? Don't stand around and, maybe shut people out because you're so upset. Make a decision about what you want to do within your household in order to bring back peace to the situation, okay? Don't just shut yourself out and not communicate. You have the world in your hands, okay? You can make the situation better or worse. So don't sit back and not do anything at all. Make a decision about what you want to do, take action, and make things better. You have something of value here. A lot of people, they don't have family at all. And I think sometimes we do take family for granted, You have a lot of wealth here. Sometimes we think of wealth as material, but wealth can also be inner wealth. The relationships that you have, the support that you have, the family support that some people may not have ever experienced at all. Sometimes we take things for granted. And I think in this situation, maybe you need to be, or whoever, this person may represent in your life, less of a bitch and more thankful. Look around and be more thankful for what you have. Lastly, we have the Three of Wands reversed. The Three of Wands usually is about standing around and waiting for your ships to come in. You may have been through a journey. You may have been through a walk of life where you have gathered so much information, and now you're waiting to see the rewards from that work. So you're standing around waiting for your ships to come in. But Spirit here is saying, again, don't sit around and do nothing, okay? I think the Three of Wands reversed in this situation is you either shutting yourself away and waiting for people to come to you and apologize and work things out and see things your way, shutting yourself away, being the Hermit reversed. But I think that is not the way to go in this situation. I think that you should not stand around and wait for people to come in, but to take action and be an active participant in solving and resolving whatever issue is going on here. Okay? Let's see. Spirit, do you have anything else to say about the situation? How can we make the situation easier for everyone involved? Whether this person may be an active participant in the issue or just, standing around watching, seeing what's happening. Spirit, how can we make this situation better? We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Nine of Pentacles is all about, I don't want to say a woman because energy is fluid. This can be a man. It's all about someone who is self-sufficient. It is someone who has built themselves up to be where they are. Many people say that there's a falcon here, and many people say that only the richest and most wealthiest of people in society had falcons. The woman in the Knight of Pentacles, she's in a garden of abundance. She doesn't really need anything from anyone. And I think in this situation, you can stand alone on your own and work towards making things right. You don't have to depend on anyone to move forward in this situation. You can stand on your own and be the bigger person. You can be the more logical and less emotional person and bring people together and make things right, okay? Sometimes we do need to take that role and step up and bring people together. Can I have clarification on on the Nine of Pentacles, and it flew out before I even finished my sentence. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, so some of you may not want to be the big person and stand up and be the problem solver and stand on your own. Some of you are focusing on these spilled cups over here. What you have lost, you're focusing on your hurt emotions, you're focusing on just the sorrow and negativity in the situation. You know, he's the person in the Five of Cups. He's draped in a black coat. You know, we automatically associate the color black with negativity. Okay, that's just how we are in society. So immediately looking at the card, we may think of negativity. But in actuality, you know, behind him, there are two cups, and they're likely full. You know, a saying that we have is, think of the glass as half full and not half empty. You know, don't focus on the negativity in this situation. Focus on what you can salvage, the relationships that you can salvage. Focus on your blessings, you know, your wealth, your family, who they are to you. Family is invaluable sometimes. You know, we may not always get along with them, but they're our support system to many of us. Okay, so don't focus on the negativity. Step up. Focus on what you have left. Salvage it because it's worth it. Okay. Spirit, what may be standing in the way of making the situation turn out the best way that it could, Spirit? What may be standing in the way? Are there any obstacles here? Are there any obstacles here that we should be aware of, Spirit? Too many. Woo. Okay. I'm going to take the top cards. All right. So the top cards that fell out are the Five of Pentacles reversed, the Ten of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Wands reversed. I think the obstacles are you wanting to rush in, maybe the wrong way, maybe pushing your ideals into the situation, maybe pushing your own agenda. Wands are all about actions. So I think you need to be careful of rushing in and pushing your own agenda, you know, as far as how to solve the situation. So I think you need to be careful about that. There are also some people who just don't want to do the work. The Ten of Wands is about doing the work until you are finally home and have reached your goal. But this came out reversed. So I think you should be aware, some people should be aware in the situation of being lazy, of not really wanting to solve the issue at all, of wanting to close yourself off, you know, of wanting to brush the whole situation away and not make a decision, you know. Be aware of the obstacle of laziness, of not wanting to do the work, okay? We have the Five of Pentacles reversed, okay? The Five of Pentacles is all about give and take. It's about balance. Who deserves what? Do I give my time, resources, and values to this person? Do I give it to this person? Do I give it to this situation? If so, how much? Do I give a little here? Do I give a little there? I think you should be aware of mismanaging your time, your resources, and what you put into the overall situation. It's about give and take, you know. This should be a group effort. Whatever, you know, is going on here, the disagreement, the not wanting to be aligned, the ideals that are not matching up, it's a group effort, you know. Whoever the people are in the situation, make sure that they're also putting effort into the situation to solve, you know, whatever problem is going on. It shouldn't be all you making the effort, and it shouldn't be, you know, all them making the effort and, you know, wanting to push their agenda, you wanting to push yours. It should be a group effort, hear all sides, hear all ideas to make the family dynamic happy, to make it accommodating to everyone, okay? And I think that's all. Keep in mind that sometimes we take for granted our family. Sometimes you want to not hear everyone's side and be a bitch and yada, 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 bitch. Sometimes we want to run and hide and not even deal with the situation at all. Sometimes we want to rush in and push our agendas and say, hey, this is how we're going to solve the problem, and this is how we're going to do it. And we want to be rigid. And sometimes we just, want to be lazy. There's just so many reasons. But most of all, I think you should be mindful of what you have, okay? Don't focus on what you feel you have lost in the situation, okay? Focus on what you have, and you'll be okay. And I wish you the best. Thank you for tuning into Oracle Jane Tarot, and I love you. Bye.